and it sends out an invite to him. That's it. Watch TV, have your computer in front of you, and just do this for a few hours. It's a tedious, boring process. But almost immediately you'll get all of these people, and then all of a sudden when you start looking, you'll see all the information that you need, and it's so powerful. Okay, but now we'll go into what if you want the job now. You already know the company you want to work for, and you don't want to wait. You just need to go and get a hold of the right person, and you don't want to hit the apply button. Maybe you've already hit the apply button. Who cares? You want to talk to someone because no one's answering your calls. Okay. So you don't have to wait. You still do need to at least join LinkedIn. That takes about 15 seconds. Okay? So join it. Don't fill out a profile. You don't have to. And here's a cool thing. So you go into Google. Oh, no. You go into LinkedIn and you find the job that you want. Okay? Or the company. You put in the company name just like we did. Except you won't, where it says Sean Robinson, you won't see the name. Because you're not connected to anyone yet. So you're brand new. All you'll see is the titles. So you find that title. You know, before it was technical salesperson of the world or whatever, right? So you find that title, highlight it. Just like I have highlighted right now, that's me. So I highlighted myself. Now let's watch. Okay. Okay. So now I take what I highlighted, which is the job description that I put for myself, and I put it in Google. Google knows all. It scraped all of LinkedIn. It knows everybody that's in LinkedIn. And then after that, you type in, if I can hit this, there. You type in LinkedIn. And look, at the very top one is me in LinkedIn. So now you can, and now you know the name. So you don't have to build a LinkedIn profile for this to work. All you really need is to know the job you want to get, the person that you want to contact, what you can say in such a way that won't upset them, and this gives you that at least information, and you just go out and do it. Yeah, Google knows all. So, by the time I'm done here, this will have been 50 slides. It's a lot of information. Hopefully it flowed really well. And you see the power, how this is a little more effective than just hitting apply where you never talk to anyone. All relations start with a conversation. And if you can force a introduction to happen, maybe they say, you know what, no, I don't have 20 minutes. Here's something I've been using lately, and it's actually funny. I say, hey, let me ask you a question. Do you eat? And they say, what? Do you eat? Yeah, I do too. Let's eat together. I'll take you out. That was funny. Come on. I did that twice last week, and I got, of course, I don't pay for it. My company does. You guys have to figure out if that's something you're willing to do. But if you really want a job, if you found the perfect thing, you know you're qualified for it, you know you're perfect for it, why not do that? Take them out to lunch, and that might get them to where they'll actually meet with you. Okay, so what we covered. We covered current statistics, how fun that is. My beliefs, step-by-steps. Exactly what I do. Now, I use this, of course, for something totally different, but it's so effective. How to get started on LinkedIn and get it on your side. And if you can't wait, how to get going right now. And finally, how many, again, raise the hands, are looking for a job full-time? That is your job. Okay. You guys ready for a challenge? Prove to me that this doesn't work. You know, before I was a member of the church, I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I will. Before I was a member of the church, I would go to bars and go dancing. Quite a bit. I was in the military. Oh well. So I'd go to bars, I'd go dancing, and I would go knowing that most of the people that I'd asked to dance would say no. So I told myself, I'm going to go and I'm going to get 12 women to say, no, I won't dance with you. And then I'll leave. And normally before I hit 12, one would say yes, and I was at least talking and having fun with someone that evening. Same thing here. Just prove it wrong. Go with the idea, this is a funky thing that I'm doing, but I'm just going to enjoy the challenge, and you pick a number. Is that what's next? You pick a number. How many companies a day am I going to call? And then get someone you can be accountable to and tell them your number. Now, someone you can be accountable to, not your significant other, and not me. Sorry. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, but find someone else that you can be accountable. There's too much emotion if you're really strapped for money to have, your spouse be that person, because it might come across as nagging, and you don't want that, right? So find someone you can be accountable. Tell them that number. And then report back to them with your actual numbers on a whatever, maybe a daily basis, maybe a weekly basis, whatever it is. So you say, I'm going to call 10 companies a day. 10 companies a day, you guys, that's really not that much. Or say, I'm going to call 10 companies a week. I don't care what it is, but commit to something. And if you can prove that this doesn't work, I'll be shocked. Now, here's the kicker, and this is going to be great if we do it. We don't have enough people that really needed jobs, though, here today, which is too bad. Because email your successes. Now, I don't want to hear about your failures. Email your successes back to the group here that we send all of our emails to, that people we invite to come here. Say, hey, you know what, I called, you don't have to say the company name, but I called, I used that funky method, and this is what happened. You guys, you need to do it. And it'll just help all of us. Okay. I believe that all of the exercise equipment that you buy and they ask, on TV things, they actually work. But I know I have some tapes specifically that have just been collecting dust. They work if you work it. This is a great tool, but it's only as good as you are by actually using it. It's a little bit out there as far as you have to go out of your own comfort zone to do it. But that's where marvelous things happen. This is magical if you use it. How would it be if 3 weeks from now you have 3 different job offers and you are having them fight against each other for you and they're raising their salary for you? Instead of maybe you have 1 offer or no offers and it's not a position that you really want and it's not a salary that's worthwhile. That's what this can do for you. And that's it. Yes?
Some of us came today because we're in sales or something. Would you give us an example? You're in sales. Give us an example of a success story that you've had using this method in building your business.
Well, this is all I do.
Yeah, I know. Give us
On a typical day, if I spend 2 hours doing this, I can get between 4 and 6 CFOs to call me back from major corporations.
These are CFOs, the head.
The major financial person in a company between 10 million and 500 million.
You're saying you could get somebody from a 100 million company, their CFO, to call you back on this
every
system.
day.
And how many of those can you get an interview with? using the system?
Well, of course,
Or do you go for interviews when you?
I do, but not quite the same. You know, my thing is, just like I said, hi, this is Sean Robinson, yada, yada, this is who we are. Are you gonna make a change in the next year to year and a half? And they say yes, or they say no. If they say yes, then it's easy. Yes, I get an interview every time. That's easy. As long as after we talk a little bit, that we know that they're in the same market that I am. They might be getting a system that's way bigger than what I sell, you know. If they say no, then I always find out what they're currently using for their accounting package, like QuickBooks or something like that. And then I go to the next phase, which is, you know, you just may not know it, you're actually perfect for me, or you just aren't feeling the growing pains yet. So would you mind if I just touch base with you once every 6 months? You know?
Why do you call the CFO instead of like the IT?
Well, because I'm selling an accounting package.
So you're
The
calling it a
CFOs,
decision maker?
I'm calling the person that holds the purse strings, and it's his product. Just like here, if you're calling the person with the job, that's perfect. Now, you may not do that initially. You might want to just call someone that you know is doing something similar to what you'll do and go for the referral. Either way works, and they work fine. It's amazing.
But this exact system you just told us, just using it in a different context.
It's all I do.
You find them on LinkedIn, you find them on Google, you find their phone number, you call them up, just
Yep.
say the kind of things that you just said, and that works for you. And you do it a couple hours a day, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I'm taking people out to lunch the other times. And,
Selling products.
I've gained like 15 pounds since I started working there.
And when you used to just cold call, did you ever, if you were doing this cold calling?
What's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you call a company, you say, hey, this is Sean, I want to speak to the person in charge of this job that I just saw. Yeah, good luck, right?
They're like, fill out your resume and send it in.
Yeah. You know, I have had one person in the last 6 months that was mad at me. Only one. And I have over 1,000 companies that I've gotten in touch with, physically talked to their CFO. One person. And he was, well, you didn't tell me anything about what you do. What do you do? So he still asked when I finally got a hold of him, and it wasn't the right fit for him. But that's beside the point. So the phone is still the king. It really is. And you just have to figure out, this works for me. You have to figure out what you can say that works for you. Practice it. You go through it. Make it extremely short, because one of the big reasons they call back is because I say, it's going to take less than a minute. Just give me a call back. You know. And sometimes when I say, hey, do you have a minute? And they say, you can see them looking at their watch. Yeah, I have a minute. You know, okay. And I always say, no problem. I'm not going to take more than that. And you go through, and if it's a fit, then we can, you know, set up an informational interview. Or for me, it's needs analysis is what we call it. Okay. That's it. Anyone else have any questions? Okay.